Leeto may now reply.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Let me announce that once again, today, I am a grandmother to a boy born at 8:30 today. So I continue to increase boys. I indicated that Ndindlu of Kazi, Tizali Nkosi. So congratulations to my boy who received a child, a baby boy. And thank you very much to Ntate Mahlatsi, Department of Health, for making sure that the child is delivered safely. Thank you very much. Deputy Speaker, gender-based violence and femicide should be a business of all of us. We should not come to the House and want to achieve cheap political scores. Instead, we must be able to make meaningful and positive contributions on how we can deal with gender-based violence and femicide, because all of us are saying gender-based violence and femicide is a pandemic which is confronting our society, especially women. The Freedom Charter guarantees everyone that there shall be peace and security. And all of us agree that our women are challenged. They can't walk freely in their streets. They are even threatened in their own households. So we don't know, maybe in this house there are some who are also perpetrators of gender-based violence and femicide, because it presents itself in different forms. Now, we must really not do that, but unite against gender-based violence and femicide, because the department also welcomes the National Strategic Plan on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide, because it's a way forward towards implementing strategies and mechanisms that needs to address gender-based violence and femicide. So that's why I'm saying, please, when we come here, let's do positive contribution towards that. And of course, yes, Honourable, next door to Honourable Jankelson, Masweu, Honourable Masweu, that the budget is not sufficient, all of us knows, and we did mention in our budget that we're working towards achieving a clean audit. We all need to come together and eradicate poverty and alleviation, because as poverty and unemployment rises, then the department is overburdened, because those people are looking for the assistance from the department. I'm really not going to respond. Hakitoy Ahava, Honourable Deputy Speaker, like Honourable Meko Ditka, Western Cape, Cape Town. All members who are in this house were elected by voters of the ANC to represent them for the interests of the Free State, as much as South Africa is a unitary country. Now, for someone to come and tell us about Western Cape every time, when you go to Western Cape, when you enter, you meet so many people who are staying in the streets. So that's a reality. So we must not come and mislead people here about the Western Cape as if Western Cape is heaven, when the Western Cape is taking care of the few. So let us not do that, because honestly speaking, yes, we will ensure that NPOs do comply with norms and standards. We'll advise them about their deficiencies. If they don't correct them, we are going to close those NPOs which does not comply. Honourable Klute, we welcome your proposal for the establishment of the food and clothing bag here at the legislature, so that members are able to access it easily here and give what they would want to give to those people who need their help. The prayer service against poverty, it's welcomed because as Christians, those that are Christians do believe that as you act, you must also pray. But we should not only focus on praying without necessarily implementing programs that will alleviate poverty and make our own people to be self-sustainable. We said through our CNDCs, we will now, because remember CNDCs used to be your soup kitchens, but today a developmental part was added. Now we need to strengthen the developmental part so that people don't rely on going to CNDCs and just eat for life. So we're going to do that. And Honourable Nanyan, I do understand why you came here and presented a speech which is not relevant to social development. You know, resignation of a deputy president in a party, it shows that that party is in chaos. It shows that that party is going to be, is weak and is going to perish. Now, I pardon you, my honorable sister. Stress sa o se ngata se phahame haholo wa ipotsa hona haebe wena o no le supporter ya Floyd o kana thotsa maele yana ka utlo sanu so to house leyo. Our annual report has indicated about the data and the work that we have done. We are not submitting an annual report here. Information is available and it will be availed to any member who wants it. Taking land, Honourable Nanyan, illegal, and place people without addresses, it increases poverty because there's no infrastructure there and you are making it difficult for the police to do their work because those people don't have addresses when they want perpetrators. It's gender-based violence, so you must stop putting people illegally where there are no addresses. And I want to say, I want to comment.
Honourable Leeto, kindly take your seat. What is the order, Honourable Member?
Honourable Speaker, Honourable Leeto,
will you take a question, Honourable Leeto?
Honourable Deputy Speaker,
You may continue, Honourable Member.
I want to applaud the Honourable Premier and MEC Jabu Mbalula and SAPS for the good work that they did yesterday to discover a hub of dagga, illegal hub in Bloemfontein, where dagga was being prepared to be distributed in our schools in Bloemfontein to be sold to our children. We really need to be impimpies of today. Inform the police about this illegal dagga which is given to our people. We also want to propose, Honourable Mbalula and Honourable Mabuya, that those hawkers that are selling at schools, let them be accredited and vetted because some of them pretend to sell food when they hide dagga and drugs to our children. Bana ba rona ba fela ke matekwane le dagga batho ba ba dulang dikolong ba teng ba genuine ba etsa mosebetsi mare ba bang ba pata e ka re ba rekisetsa bana ba rona dijo ba ba rekisetsa matekwane re a le lebohisa ka mosebetsi o moholo o re batla o di ntshe kaofela ebile mona Mangaung. That's why beke le beke o tla fumana ho bolauwe batho Mangaung matekwane le dagga di ngata haholo mona ho bana ba rona setjhaba sa rona se a fela. Re kopa Ntate Mbalula o tiise ho feta ka mokgwa o entseng ka teng maobane ra o lebohisa. As the department will continue to provide services to the vulnerable through the institutions that we have. But I mentioned it that the Older Persons Act 13 of 2006 does not force elderly people to go and stay at old age homes. That's why we are saying we want to do a clarion call to all our people and say, let's look at our neighbors. Ha re shebe mo khono le botate moholo ba ba aisane ba rona. Ha re tsoa o seng dumedisa mo aisane wa hao hore o tsebe gore na nkgono o robetse jwang ho etsetsa hore ba hlokomele hobane re a tseba ho dula lapeng ha hao ho batla ho le comfortable ho feta ho ya ntlong ya maqheku empa ba hlokang ntlo ya maqheku re tla etsa bonnete ba hore re ba fa ditshebeletso tseo. Ke a leboha honourable members of the ANC for reminding everyone that we will ensure that we keep Free State to work. We will ensure that we eradicate poverty. We will invest in people through the skills development that we have as government so that our people don't rely on getting everything from government, but they must be able to earn salaries for themselves. So let's work together in the eradication of poverty, unemployment, and gender-based violence and femicide. Can we be a lady for once?
Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Ke kopa motho ya tlo mpotsa potso a mpotsa go fitlha ka ntle. Ke a leboha.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Ke bone ke sa mmone Honourable Nanyane ka ipotsa o tswile neng ke bona you want to be closer to the Honourable Leeto. Honourable members, the reply by the MEC concludes the debate on vote 7 of social development. The Deputy Secretary shall now read motion 3.